Hey guys, and welcome once again to another Magic the Gathering deck tech. My name is Daniel and this is my Red Rush deck. So this is a standard legal 60 card deck. It has got, it's a budget deck as well, pretty much. It's got 2 mythics and 2 rares, neither of which are particularly expensive, especially if you pull them in the pack like quite early, like I've done a couple of times. But yeah, let's get going. So we're going to start off with, we've got 4 Acheron Crusaders. It's a 1-drop 1/1 with Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, put a 1/1 red soldier creature token onto the battlefield, and it has haste. So if you can get this out turn 1, and then turn 2 get another one out, you can be also targeting it, and getting tokens out to attack more and more each turn. Wow, this has a wrong coloured sleeve. That shows how much I don't use this deck. I don't use this because it normally wins and it gets a bit boring when it wins, but that's just against my friends as well. So we've got a Titan Strength. It's a 1-drop +3/+1 until end of turn, instant, and then Scry 1. So the Scry is pretty nice, but +3/+1 is such a nasty combat trick. Dragon Mantle. I believe we have 3 of them. So it's a 1-drop enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. That's quite good. It triggers Heroic as well, and then you can give Dragon Breathing to them, so it gets +1/+0 for 1 red, and that's stacked. That you can do that multiple times. Next, we've got we've got another Titan Strength. I thought I had more than one in there. We've got a Coordinated Assault. So it's one drop up to 2 target creatures each get +1/+0 and first strike until end of turn. Again, a pretty nasty combat trick, triggering off Heroic quite a lot as well with 2 target creatures. That's pretty nice. Then we've got 2 Ordeal of Perforaces, 2-drop enchantment. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. Then if it has 3 or more 1/1 counters on it, sacrifice Ordeal of Perforas. When you sacrifice Ordeal of Perforas, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So good removal while making your creatures bigger and bigger. Then we've got Everflame Eidolon, 2-drop 1/1 or bestow for 3, and again Fire Breathing, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+1. So Fire Breathing is the tap 1 red and +1/+0. Then we've got Madcap Skills, probably one of the best commons I know of from Gatecrash. Yeah, that's that's Gatecrash. So it's a 2-drop enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +3/+0 and can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. That is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. If you give it to something that has first strike as well, it's just I just can't. I just can't even. Next, we have 2 Rise to the Challenges. 2-drop instant speed. Target creature gets +2/+0 and first strike until end of turn. Riot Piker. How many of them have we got? 2. Oh, and we've got another Ordeal of Perforas. See, I'm terrible at organising deck decks. So the Riot Piker is the 2/1 2-drop first strike. Attacks each turn if able. It's Goblin. It's no surprise. It's pretty good. First strike. Although it will eventually die from bigger creatures, it's still pretty nasty. Especially if you go something like Fire Breathing, because then it's like a first strike 7/1 or something like that. Then we got Spearpoint Oread. I think I've probably got a couple of... No. Okay, so 1 Spearpoint Oread. It's a 3-drop 2/2 first strike, or a 5/1 red 2/2/2 first strike enchantment. So quite expensive to bestow, but still it's a 2/2 first strike for 3. Then we've got 2 Minotaur Skull Cleavers. So it's a 3-drop 2/2 with haste, and when it enters the battlefield, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn, which can decimate people. It can be ridiculous. Then the first rares are 2 Hammer of Perforaces. 3-drop creature control have haste and sacrifice the land to put a 3/3 colourless golem enchantment artifact creature token onto the battlefield. That was a mouthful. Then we've got Perforaces Emissary. 4-drop 3/3 can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, and bestow for 7. Fanatic of Mogus, 4/2 for 4. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to each opponent equal to your devotion to red. So sort of like a red Gary, but with 1 devotion for himself. Then we've got 2 Perforaces. So this is the money card in the set, in the deck. So he's a 4-drop 6/5 indestructible legendary enchantment god creature. As long as your devotion to red is less than 5, he isn't a creature. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, he deals 2 damage to each opponent, which can get pretty ridiculous. And for 3, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end turn. So universal fire breathing, which you can understand why it's so expensive. Then we have 3 Stone Shock Giants, 5/4 for 5, and Monstrosity for 8, and Monstrosity 3 for 8. And when it becomes monstrous, creatures without flying your opponent's control can't block this turn. But hopefully you'd have killed your opponent by turn 5. That's the idea of this deck. And then we've got 24 basic clans there. So we'll just go over this again. So the main creatures are probably turn 3 plays. So you've got the 4 Aquaria Crusaders, the Riot Pikers, the Eidolons with fire breathing, the Minotaurs and Perforus, and then you've got the Giants. So it's a very, very low cost deck. Also, I'll just point out some of the cards I swapped out for Perforus and the Hammers, and I was also missing a card from this deck. So one of them will be another Stone Shock Giant, one will be another Rage of Perforus, and one of them would be a Sigiled Skink for that 2/1 scry every time it attacks, which is, I think it's alright. Some people don't like it, but I think it's quite cool. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video, which I don't know when it will be, and I don't know what it will be, but hopefully it'll be something good. Actually, it might be a binder update. I think I'll do a binder update. So, I'll see you then, guys. Bye.